Hey guys, it's your best boxing friends. I'm Kelsey. This is Rachel. Rachel, there's a wild rumor going around in boxing that Canelo Alvarez may face Errol Spence Jr. in some form of super fight.
And that was not one of the names on the list of 4 names you gave the other day.
Yeah, this has come about recently. And
we were shocked by the Kovalev.
Yeah, I thought that was crazy. I'm almost equally shocked about Errol Spence versus the Canelo
but
Alvarez.
Probably more shocked for Errol Spence than Canelo.
It's not something that we would normally talk about as just a rumor, except that Oscar De La Hoya is talking about it. Errol Spence Jr. has talked about it. So it's got like real legs, at least as far as legitimately, it seems like the right people are talking about making the fight.
Yeah.
What do you think about the idea of seeing Canelo Alvarez versus Errol Spence?
Well, I don't know why it would happen. So, I mean, from Canelo's point of view, I'm like, why not fight Demetrius Andrade? Unify, get that other belt. That just seems logical. I don't know why you would look towards Errol Spence.
Can I answer it?
Sure.
It's because you make a lot more money fighting Errol Spence.
Yeah, okay, that's true. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I get it. Like, you're right. Why not just pick up the other middleweight title belt? And then you're like, oh, it's because you'll get millions more dollars.
So you think, between, promoting the heck out of Andrade fight?
I used to call him Andrade.
Yeah.
Because anyway.
Out of an Andrade fight, Canelo picking up I feel like you could do a lot of promotion. You think you would make tons more money just fighting Errol Spence for no reason?
Yeah, because Errol Spence is a legitimate, he just sold 350,000 pay-per-view buys in his first pay-per-view appearance, and he is legitimately one of the top 5 or 10 pound-for-pound fighters in the sport. He's probably the best welterweight in the world. Definitely has the best resume at welterweight. Undefeated. He was on the Olympic team. And yeah, I think it's a huge fight if they could actually pull it off. I'm with you in that I don't know why you would try to pull it. Why either side would really try.
Well, is that what we're doing in matchmaking? We're just okay, who's really popular and can bring in a lot of buys, and who's the other person really popular? How close are they in weight? Can we make this work?
If Canelo is a
that just seems crazy. From a sports perspective, do our weight classes matter? It just seems to be a little crazy.
The answer to your question is, yeah, that's how it happened. That's how it works in boxing, right?
I mean, it'd be the equivalent, taking, oh, this basketball team, they have so many fans and everybody loves them. So does this basketball team that's not part of the NBA. Let's just have them play.
Yeah.
And crown one of them champion. I don't know. It's just And again, I'm all for being entertained. I don't have a problem with circus coming through.
I'd be interested to see the odds on the fight if it were to, if I've not seen odds for the fight because I've looked. Errol Spence is a southpaw. Mm-hmm. Really great. He's a really hard puncher. He is a really good boxer. He'd be moving up. He's a biggish welterweight, meaning that welterweight's the lowest he could fight at, and as he'll move up in his career. Canelo was a 154-pound champion, right? Mm-hmm. But he was always a little big for that weight class. If you remember his last year or two there, he spent fighting 155 pounds, which is technically middleweight where he is now.
Yeah.
Now he's not really a big middleweight. You saw how big Danny Jacobs was next to him. It's because Danny Jacobs was a big middleweight, so he was a lot bigger. Didn't matter. Canelo won the fight. So I'm interested. I think it's a competitive fight, but I don't see why you would risk. First of all, I don't understand how it would work because Canelo Alvarez is signed to the zone and Errol Spence is a PBC fighter. So is this going to be on pay-per-view? Then I don't think the zone would let that happen because the zone is paying Canelo bazillions of dollars.
Yeah, they put a lot of money into him. He needs to be on the zone.
Pay a subscription every month. We expect to see Canelo Alvarez's fights wherever he fights.
Right.
But let's say all that got worked out. If you're Errol Spence, are you really going to jump up probably 2 weight classes to take on a really tough, difficult fighter who has all the money behind him and who is going to get the benefit of the doubt from judges? Let's be honest, that's how boxing works. And why are you going to risk that when you have all these other PBC welterweights to fight and you've got Terrence Crawford? If you want to
Wouldn't it be a similar thing that we criticize Mikey Garcia for?
Yeah.
Mikey Garcia, why did you jump up 2 weight classes, right?
Instead of fighting Lomachenko.
Yeah. Why would Spence jump up and fight Canelo? Nobody's asking you to do this.
Yeah.
Why would you do this?
And even
now, here is my being the advocate.
Okay.
Against why in the world would any of this happen? what if, like we just had Mikey Garcia do it and he lost, right? He took a risk and he lost. But what if we're seeing like a movement, like in the boxing world, that is shying away from protecting your zero, and instead, like people are going out there and they're like, you know what? Come one, come all. I'm gonna just fight. I'm gonna fight everybody, and I don't care.
Yeah, I love
And then
that.
in that way, I'm like, oh, well, then let's just do this.
That's why people love Canelo Alvarez, because he's talking about jumping up to fight Sergey Kovalev. That's crazy to me. You're going to fight Sergey Kovalev at light heavyweight? That's nuts.
Yeah, and like really, like who cares? You lose the fight. Like I will say this: that when you're coming like across weight classes and stuff, I don't think your losses are as devastating.
No.
Like so for me, Mikey Garcia, I'm like, well, you tried. We all thought it was too much, too soon. So like I don't really like hold it against you. You can go back down. You can continue to warm up to that weight class, like whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
So I think it has a less devastating effect on your career.
From a purely boxing perspective, it's a fascinating matchup between two of the best fighters in the sport. I have no idea who wins the fight. I lean Canelo because he's heavier. He's a really great counterpuncher. But imagine this. Both of them are hellacious body punchers. I can't imagine either one of them ever hitting each other in the head. Like they would just wail on each other, and I think that would be great. It'd be a great fight, but I really don't think it's going to happen. I think there's just too many people, and I want to see Errol Spence fight Danny Garcia, and I want to see him fight Keith Thurman, and I want to see him fight Sean Porter. I want to see him fight Terrence Crawford. If you want to jump across a promotional and TV line, make that fight. That's two welterweights that could fight each other that are top. Again, 5 or 10 pound for pound in the world, two of the best fighters in the world going at it in their primes. I want to see that. Let Canelo's got stuff to do with middleweight. He's still not undisputed. He hasn't fought Andrade, like you said. I wouldn't mind seeing a Golovkin fight. He could move up to 168 to fight Callum Smith. There's lots of good fights for him. I think it's just fun to talk about it, but ultimately, maybe it's just something that we dream about at night when we sleep.
It also might just be something that promoters like put out there while they're trying to decide who the next person's going to be. It's like, let's give some fodder to all the fans to distract them while we find out who we're really going to fight.
Yeah, I mean, Bob Arum is the king of that. He's done that all day. He used to talk about Lomachenko fighting Terrence Crawford and stuff. And everybody knows he's not going to fight Terrence Crawford, at least not for like 8 years now. I will say that there was a time when people were like, whoa, Manny Pacquiao is going to fight Oscar De La Hoya. And people were like, that's crazy. Manny Pacquiao is way too small to fight Oscar De La Hoya. And I'll be damned if Manny Pacquiao didn't move up weight and just destroy Oscar De La Hoya. So there is always that chance that this isn't just talk and it happens. And, hey, we're really treated to something really awesome when that happens. Because when Manny Pacquiao jumped up to welterweight to fight all the people that he did, that was an amazing thing that I will never forget. And you as a boxing fans probably out there are not ever going to forget either.
Yeah. We never forget when people like, comment, and subscribe because it's like our whole entire life and our reason for living.
What?
So
we're elephants in that way too.
What the?
Where we never forget.
We're elephants.
Okay. My dad used to be like, it's one of the things he did. I'm serious. He does a pretty good elephant impersonation. I've done a pretty good elephant impersonation for the last year or so, but I've been slimming up a little bit. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
I'm going for more of like stern hippo, because hippos are dangerous and scary. We don't want to be dangerous and scary. We want to be our best boxing friends. We feel like we already are. We love you. We thank you. And just thanks for being here, guys. We like it.